Is the Scav Case worth it? The Scav Case allows you to get random found and raid items in exchange for money, Moonshine, or an intelligence folder. The short answer is yes, it is worth it. But what is it worth for, is a better question. After recording a lot of data regarding the different runs you can choose from, gathered from multiple players' reports on my Discord community, we can have clear expectations on what you'll get on average. The Scav Case allows you to get random items with the found and raid status without actually having to go into a raid and extract with them. However, what is the cost? Consider that this hideout upgrade has a pretty high build cost of 2 million rubles and a half. In order to work, it requires to be fed high-value items, effectively working as a gambling minigame. Therefore, after the initial cost, how fast do you make your money back? Actually, on average, you lose money, considering flea prices of the items fed to it. Unless of course you go for low-value, low-risk runs, like the 10k one. However, if you don't consider flea market prices, but rather trade or sell prices for Moonshine and Intelligence folder, then you'll actually make money. This effectively allows you to money launder those items when not found in raid, like dying with them in the secure container. So what will you get from the different runs then? The loot table from each run differs. The most expensive runs yield more items on average, but also take more time to complete. After 5 hours and 20 minutes, with the wait time getting shorter, scaling with fence reputation, you will get 4 to 7 items. This is the most expensive option, with the intelligence folder costing about 340k rubles on the flea market. Peacekeeper will give you $257, about 34k rubles if you sell it to him. The most common items to get are keys and weapons. With so many good and bad weapons and keys in Escape from Tarkov, the results are pretty volatile. You can get high-value quest keys, like Reserve RBKSM and Shoreline West 216, even Labs colored keycards. But you can also get Dorms 218 and the Unknown key. The same happens with weapons. You can get the G28 and the Mutant, but also a Makarov and a PP19. Overall is really good. To get hard to find quest keys, especially in early wipe, when intel is cheaper and keys are pricey. After 4 hours and 40 minutes, with the wait time getting shorter, scaling with fence reputation, you will get 4 to 6 items. This is the second most expensive option, with the Moonshine costing about 270k rubles on the flea market. Therapist will give you 126k rubles if you sell it to her. The loot table is quite diverse, however the most common items are Kappa required items. Then, the rest of the items are usually quite high value: stimulants, armor, weapons, military tech and golden items. You can get tank batteries quite often for the regulated materials quest, stimulants, like Meldonin and L1 for the samples quest, and military tech, like Vertex and RFID for the Lend-Lease and imports quests. Overall is really good, in order to get quest items, especially Kappa items. After 2 hours and 15 minutes, with the wait time getting shorter, scaling with fence reputation, you will get 2 to 5 items. This is the third most expensive option. Since this option is just money, it is not susceptible to inflation or items pricing spikes, like what happens with the Moonshine, when multiple players decide to do the thick case barter for Therapist, which requires 50 Moonshine. It is a pretty stable run. The loot table is sort of an average between the Moonshine and the Intel case. The best part of this run is the short time compared to the previous ones. Being about half the time, it is ideal for short gaming sessions. This short wait time means that in the same amount it takes to run a Moonshine or an Intel, you can do 295k runs with a lower cost and a potentially higher item yield. Worst case. After 2 times 2 hours and 15 minutes, being 4 hours and 30 minutes, you get 2 times 2 items, meaning 4 items. Best case. After 2 times 2 hours and 15 minutes, being 4 hours and 30 minutes, you get 2 times 5 items, meaning 10 items. Overall, is the best option while actively raiding, due to the short return time, and the price being fixed means stability, plus low risk. When not actively raiding, for example, when you are going to sleep, it is better to go for Moonshine or Intel in order to have more items next time you log in. The Scav Case is an advanced hideout upgrade, useful for getting late-game quest items and occasionally high-value quest keys. On average, money is lost per each run, therefore I recommend to treat it as a luxury you can throw disposable income at. These runs were recorded with the help of my Discord community. Do you like my voice? Let me know in the comments.